Well, hello and welcome to this latest video. In this video we're going to look at how to install NetBeans 8.2 on a Linux system. But before we start, there are two things that I have to mention. First, NetBeans is in the process of moving from Oracle to Apache, so there will be a new NetBeans 9, and if you want to see how to install that, click on the link above. You'll see it pop up above. It is incubating at the moment, so probably not a good idea to use it for production code, but you can certainly use it for testing and for learning on. Okay, so that's the first part. So for production code we need 8.2 at the moment. This will change, of course, in the future. The other thing is NetBeans, doesn't matter which version, requires a Java development kit. And the one that 8.2 and 9 actually require is JDK 8. So we're going to have to install that first. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. You'll see I've run my updates. Now, if you go to the NetBeans site, which is netbeans.org, you'll see the link for the new NetBeans 9. This is the Apache NetBeans incubating 9.0, and you'll see the link for NetBeans 8.2. Again, if you want to know how to install NetBeans, Apache NetBeans 9.0, click on the link at the top right of the screen. Okay, but today we're going to look at 8.2. So click on download. You need to check that you're using the correct platform, the correct operating system. I'm on Linux. I've got a 64-bit Linux, and of course you can have the language of your IDE in a number of different languages. Mine's in English. If you scroll down a bit too far, okay, you'll see that it states in small writing here, okay, that it requires JDK 8, okay, and it gives you a couple of links. Now the first one is for a standalone link, which you can use. I'll explain how to use that later. The second link is not very useful because it will take you to the Oracle site, which will then point you immediately to Apache NetBeans 9. So at the moment it's not a good idea. Okay, you have a number of choices as to what to download. You could download the complete NetBeans here, and there's nothing to stop you doing that. It's a good idea if you wish to do it. Okay. But as we're just doing HTML, JavaScript, PHP, we're going to download the PHP version here. Okay, so if you click on download, okay, I'm actually going to stop the download because I've already downloaded it. You'll come to the download page, and here we go. Okay, pause. Right, so it will automatically download onto your computer. When it finishes downloading, what's going to happen is you're going to get a warning. Actually, let's download it so you can see the warning. Okay, this might take a moment or two. You're going to get a warning, and we'll discuss the warning when it comes up. Okay, so it's now downloaded, and as you can see, you get this rather scary, frightening box saying this type of file can harm your computer. You want to keep NetBeans 8.2 PHP Linux SH anyway, and the answer is yes, you do. Unfortunately, in today's society, everybody has to have these a bit over the top. Okay, so you'd actually click on keep, and away you go. Right, now I don't need Chrome at the moment, but I do need file manager. As you can see, this is the one we've just downloaded. I'm going to delete it as it's not actually required because I have it here already. Now, I've also downloaded the JDK from Oracle, and if you decide to use the JDK rather than installing the OpenJDK, just extract this to a folder called JDK8 in your home folder. Okay, so you do that by double clicking on it, and oops, wrong one, my apologies, that one. Okay, and you then click on extract. Okay, and it gives you an option as to where to extract it. As I say, put it into a folder called JDK8 on your home folder. Okay, and that will help you there. But what we're going to do is we're going to install OpenJDK8. So you need to open terminal, and in here it's sudo apt-get install OpenJDK-8-JDK, and then you press enter and enter your password. Now, I've actually installed OpenJDK8 already on my system. It's here, so I shall just delete that. Okay, and you might need to restart Linux at this point. I've noticed that once or twice when I've installed it, I've needed a Linux restart for it to actually start to operate. So just as a cautionary thing, you can type reboot into terminal, and that will reboot your Linux for you. Okay, so we won't reboot, but I've cleared the screen. Just in case you need to know how to clear the screen like that in terminal, it's Control and L. That will clear the screen. So if I just bring the screen back in, press Control, press L, and it's there. Okay, right, so we have OpenJDK8 installed on the computer. It must be on the computer before you start with NetBeans installation. Okay, so come to the NetBeans installation in the download directory, right click on it, click on Properties, click on Permissions, and make sure there is a tick in the Execute permission, okay, for owner, group, and others. If you wanted to actually do this from the command line, it's 755. Okay, is the permission that you want from the command line. You can see I've got it 775 here. Right, once you've done that, you can now double click on it and click on Run. Now this will take a moment as it finds all the information it needs. Okay, so that took about a minute, just over a minute, and you can see the installer is open. So click on Next, accept the terms of the license, and click on Next. Okay, it's a good idea to put it into a folder called NetBeans 8.2. So leave the installation directory as is. This is because each user of the computer will get their own private version of NetBeans, okay, if they need it. So by doing this, it's only available to you. Click on Next. Okay, check for updates, make sure that that is ticked, and click on Install. Now this will take a moment and we'll come back when it's finished. Okay, that took just over 5 minutes on my system. It will vary on yours. because of the speed of your processor and whether you've chosen the complete install or just the PHP HTML install, which I've done. Okay, just a note, if you do the complete install, you probably want to not install the Glassfish server and Apache Tomcat. Those probably you won't want to do. Contribute to NetBeans. Again, this is your choice if you wish. Okay, click finish, and that should be NetBeans installed. Now, it will normally put a link on the desktop for you. Okay, you'll need to double click on the link to start the NetBeans IDE. Now, that's the installation of NetBeans. We have quite a lot of configuration to do and other things to do, so I will do that in the next video. My name's John. Thank you for watching.